Hey there, folks. Just making a quick follow-up update from the Avalanche review. I will say thank you for giving me that amount of views over a period of 2 days. That's very appreciated. Why would I like that? All right, there we go. Because I like my videos because I like to think that they're good quality. I'm just going to read through some of the comments from The Master 327. If you've been following the Thunderbirds Argo Twitter account, they say that the third block of episodes will be airing sooner than you think. Also, might find a leaked picture of the Zero X Mark II on Twitter. I'm going to be getting into a little bit of this afterwards because I'm doing this via Orbital first, and then I'll do the usual shtick where the audio quality will be up there a little bit more. It's just the way Orbital works with regards to the microphone. You know, it is what it is. And female Thunderbirds nerds pretty much answer the question. I want to make a correction. I said the tetrapod for reasons I don't know. It might have been late in the evening, and fatigue is a factor on occasion. But female Thunderbirds nerd is correct. It is a Sherpa pod. And she goes on further to say, Block 3 of Thunderbird Season 3 will be in the summer halls. And as I say, I'm going to be making an update. And I'm glad to know that she's feeling awesome. And I'm just going to give a nice shout out. She is one of the most knowledgeable fans when it comes to Thunderbirds. So, female Thunderbirds nerd, your input is always appreciated, and it's always good to know that you've always got some useful corrections for me whenever I screw up, which for me, that's like saying the water is wet and all that jazz. But I do appreciate whenever you throw your 2 cents in there, and also she's a cool person, so we appreciate that. Now to the second portion of this video. This is of Zero X Mark II, and already you can see what looks like Thunderbird 2 assembling with Thunderbird 3. I would have preferred the idea that the Zero X Mark II would have just been basically the same model and build, but it would have ironed out a few kinks, and so instead we're going to see all 5 of the Tracy brothers going 2.5 light years away from Earth with essentially all the Thunderbirds. I don't know what is actually going to happen with Thunderbird 4. I can only go on the presumption that Scott and his brothers are all going at the same time. How long they're going to be gone for by searching this area of space, I don't know. This will be an interesting way of how Season 3 continues and then concludes, and as to whether it is being extended to a 4th season, I don't honestly know, guys, because the way that this has been shaping up, because ITV usually announce whenever they're going to renew a series for another season, but there has been no indication thus far that a 4th season is coming, because Season 3 was announced around May 2016. That was 3 years ago, and considering how long it actually takes to make these episodes, from the writing, then the vocal recordings, and then to having the miniatures built, and then to have the previses for how they're going to do the animated shots, to then doing the basic animation, and then doing all the proper CG rendering. That takes time, because according to the documentary that was on ITV2 4 years ago, it takes about 1.5 years for one single episode to be made. So, where the question is going to be answered, are we going to not, or are we going to get a Season 4? Here's what I think will happen, what I want to happen, and what I don't want to happen. What I don't want to happen is for the series to end. What I want to happen is there to be a 4th season, just so that we can see how Jeff will reintegrate into the story and what kind of involvement he'll have with his sons, whether he'll be involved in future rescues and actually go back out with them, or will he remain at his desk and, command the missions from there? Will there be conflict with Scott because Scott's been in charge for so long? I don't know. And as what I think will happen is, ties back to what I don't want to happen, is the series will end with season 3. I don't know. The ball is in ITV's court on this one. I would like to say that we will get a 4th season, but given how the airing schedules have been so inconsistent over the last year. I mean, it was one thing when we had a 3-month break from the first block of season 1 to season 2, from, the first half of season 1 then going to the second half. That was fine. But with season 2, we essentially had a 9 to 10 month break after it concluded. I think it was from Up From the Depths Part 1, I think. Do correct me, because chances are I got this wrong. And then when season 3 started, there was only an X amount of time between those two. Season 3 went for 9 episodes from end of March 2018. Then we had essentially a year break. 9 episodes back in, and now we're being delayed until the new year. I don't know what to tell you. I suppose in some weird way, with the 3rd season concluding next year, if this is the last season, then at least there'll be some closure, and we know that we won't have to wait for anything new. We know that this will be closed and finished. But the big kid in me would just like there to be a 4th season, because there are so many stories and potential scenarios that you could do with these characters with the reintroduction of Jeff Tracy. But we shall never know. We will only know next year when we get to the season 3 finale. Will the story continue, or will it end there and allow us to use our imagination going forward? Until then, folks, good night from the night, and Thunderbirds are go.